secrets, power, and impossible choices. Picture this: a small-town teacher, just trying to make a difference, walks into her classroom one morning and finds out that the new student sitting in the front row is the daughter of one of the richest, most mysterious billionaires in the world. In less than 30 seconds, her entire world turns upside down, and a mystery unravels that could change everything she's ever known. Why is this billionaire's daughter in her class? What does he want? And what's he hiding? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to uncover the jaw-dropping truth that's got everyone buzzing. This isn't just a story, it's a roller coaster, and I'm here to guide you through every twist and turn. So grab your popcorn, hit that like button, and let's dive into a tale that's trending for all the right reasons. Drama, secrets, and a teacher caught in the middle of it all. You know that feeling when life throws you a curveball, and suddenly everything you thought you knew feels like it's slipping through your fingers? That's exactly what's happening to Sarah Thompson, a fourth-grade teacher in a sleepy little town in Ohio. She's the kind of person you'd want as your teacher. Warm, patient, with a knack for making every kid feel like they matter. For years, she's poured her heart into her classroom, turning a tiny, underfunded school into a place where kids dream big. But let's be real. Teaching isn't glamorous. It's late nights grading papers, scraping by on a paycheck that barely covers rent, and dealing with parents who think they know better. You've probably felt that grind too, haven't you? That moment when you're just trying to do your job, but the world seems to have other plans. Sarah's used to the chaos of a classroom, but nothing could have prepared her for the day Isabella Monroe walked through her door. Isabella's not your average 9-year-old. She's poised, whip-smart, and carries herself like she's been to board meetings instead of birthday parties. And when Sarah gets a cryptic email from Isabella's father, billionaire tech mogul Victor Monroe, her gut tells her something's off. Why would a man who could buy an entire school district choose this run-down little school for his only daughter? You're probably wondering the same thing right now, and I promise, we're going to dig into that mystery together. This video is for you. Whether you love a good drama, crave a story that keeps you guessing, or just want to escape into a world where the stakes are sky high. Keep watching, because I'm going to make sure you get the answers you came for. Let's talk about why this story hits different. You ever feel like life's unfair? Like some people have all the power, while the rest of us are just trying to keep up? That's the heartbeat of this tale. Sarah's not just a teacher. She's one of us. She's the underdog, the person who's been told to stay in her lane but keeps pushing anyway. When Victor Monroe enters her world, it's like a storm rolling in. Victor's not your typical billionaire. He's not flashy like those TikTok influencers flexing their Lambos. He's quiet, calculating, with a reputation for getting what he wants. Rumors swirl about his tech empire. Some say he's a genius, others say he's ruthless. But here's the thing. He's a father too, and Isabella's his everything. So why is he putting her in Sarah's classroom, far from the private tutors and elite academies money can buy? You might be thinking, okay, maybe he just wants her to have a normal life. But come on, you know there's more to it than that. There's a reason this video's trending, and it's not just because billionaires are hot on YouTube right now. It's because this story taps into something real, the clash between power and purpose, the fight to protect what matters, and the secrets that can tear it all apart. I'm talking to you, the viewer who loves a good plot twist, who's maybe felt overlooked or underestimated. You're going to see yourself in Sarah, and you're going to want to know what happens when she starts asking questions she wasn't supposed to ask. Now let's set the scene, because the atmosphere here is everything. Imagine a small town where everyone knows your business, where the school's paint is peeling, and the coffee in the teacher's lounge is always burnt. It's the kind of place where nothing big ever happens. Until it does. Sarah's classroom is her sanctuary, filled with colorful posters, stacks of books, and the chatter of kids who are just starting to figure out the world. But the moment Isabella arrives, there's a shift. It's like the air gets heavier. The other kids notice it too. Isabella's too perfect, too polished, and her eyes seem to carry a weight no 9-year-old should. Sarah tries to treat her like any other student, but it's hard when Victor's shadow looms large. He doesn't show up in person, not at first, but his presence is everywhere. A sleek black SUV idles outside the school. A high-tech tablet arrives for Isabella, loaded with software Sarah's never seen. And then there's that email, the one that keeps Sarah up at night. Victor's words are polite, but there's an edge to them, a hint that he's watching, waiting. You're probably feeling that same unease right now, that itch to know what's really going on. That's why you need to stick with this video. I'm not just telling you a story, I'm inviting you into a world where every choice matters, where every clue brings you closer to the truth. You're not just watching, you're part of this journey, and I'm counting on you to see it through. Let's zoom out for a second and talk about what's at stake. This isn't just about a teacher and a billionaire. It's about trust, loyalty, and the lengths we go to protect the people we care about. Sarah's not perfect. She's stubborn, sometimes too proud to ask for help, but she's got a heart that won't quit. She's spent years building a safe space for her students, and now that space feels under threat. Isabella, for all her poise, is still a kid, caught in a world she didn't choose. And Victor? He's a puzzle. Is he a villain, a protector, or something else entirely? You might be thinking, I've seen this before. Rich guy shakes things up, drama ensues. But trust me, this is different. The mystery here isn't just about money or power. It's personal. It's about what happens when two worlds collide, when a teacher who's used to fighting for scraps goes head-to-head with a man who's never lost. You're going to see Sarah pushed to her limits, forced to make choices that could cost her everything. And you're going to see Isabella, this brilliant, enigmatic girl, start to crack under the pressure of her father's world. You came here for answers, and I'm promising you this. By the time this video ends, you'll know why Victor chose Sarah's classroom, and it's going to blow your mind. But you've got to stay with me, because the clues are coming, and they're worth the wait. Here's where things get juicy. A few days after Isabella joins the class, strange things start happening. Papers go missing from Sarah's desk. The school's ancient computer system crashes, and when it comes back online, there's a folder labeled Monroe that Sarah didn't create. She tries to brush it off. Maybe it's just a glitch, or maybe she's imagining things. She starts digging, asking questions about Victor, about his company, about why he's in her town. And the more she digs, the more she realizes she's in over her head. You know that moment when you stumble onto something you weren't supposed to know? That's where Sarah is right now, and it's where you're going to be too if you keep watching. I'm talking to you, the person who loves a good conspiracy, who's maybe felt like the little guy in a world full of giants. You're going to love seeing Sarah fight back, but you're also going to feel the tension, the fear that she's getting too close to something dangerous. This video's got it all. Drama, suspense, and a mystery that's trending because people can't stop talking about it. Don't click away, because the next part is where things start to unravel, and you don't want to miss it. Before we go any further, let's make a deal. You and me, we're in this together. You're not just a viewer, you're my partner in crime, my co-detective. Every time I drop a clue, I want you to think, what would I do if I were Sarah? Because that's what makes this story so gripping. It's not just about her, it's about what any of us would do when the stakes are this high. You might be watching this on your phone, curled up on the couch, or sneaking a quick video during your lunch break. Wherever you are, I want you to feel like you're right there in that classroom, hearing the creak of the floorboards, seeing the flicker of worry in Isabella's eyes. This story's for you, the person who's been through tough times, who knows what it's like to fight for something bigger than yourself. Sarah's fighting for her students, for the truth, for her own survival. And Victor? He's fighting for something too, but we don't know what yet. That's the hook that's got this video blowing up on YouTube, racking up views because people want to know. What's the billionaire hiding, and what does it have to do with a small-town teacher? You're going to get that answer, but only if you stay until the end. I'm counting on you, because this story's too good to miss. Now, let's crank up the tension. It's been a week since Isabella joined Sarah's class, and things are getting weirder. Sarah finds a note slipped into her lesson planner, written in a child's handwriting. Don't trust him. No name, no context, just those 3 words. Her first thought is Isabella, but when she tries to talk to her, the girl clams up, her eyes darting to the window like she's expecting someone. Sarah's not sure what to do. She's a teacher, not a detective. But the note's not the only thing. There's a man in a suit lingering outside the school, watching from across the street. The principal, usually a stickler for rules, starts acting cagey, dodging Sarah's questions about Isabella's enrollment. And then there's Victor's second email, this one more direct. Ms. Thompson, I trust you'll keep my daughter's best interests in mind. It's polite, but it feels like a warning. You're probably screaming at the screen right now. Sarah, get out of there. But that's the thing, she can't. She's in too deep, and so are you. You came here for a story that's trending, a mystery that's got everyone hooked, and I'm delivering. But here's the catch. The truth about Victor, Isabella, and that note is bigger than Sarah could have imagined, and it's about to change everything. What does Victor want? Why is Isabella so scared? And who left that note? You're one step away from finding out, but you've got to keep watching, because the next part's a game changer, and it's going to leave you speechless. Right where we left off, Sarah Thompson's world is teetering on the edge of something she can't quite grasp, and you're right there with her, heart pounding, wondering who slipped that cryptic note into her lesson planner and why Victor Monroe's emails feel more like threats than requests. You're not just watching a YouTube video anymore. You're deep in a trending mystery that's got drama, suspense, and secrets galore, and I'm here to pull you even further into this small-town whirlwind. Sarah's standing in her classroom, staring at the words, "Don't trust him," scrawled in a child's shaky handwriting, her mind racing. Is it Isabella, Victor's enigmatic daughter, trying to warn her? Or is it someone else, someone who knows more about the billionaire's sudden interest in her tiny Ohio school? The man in the suit outside, the principal's odd behavior, the mysterious folder on the school's computer. It's all piling up, and Sarah's starting to feel like she's in one of those conspiracy thrillers you binge on Netflix. But this isn't fiction, and Sarah's no hero. She's just a teacher, trying to protect her students while the walls seem to close in. You're probably itching to know what's next, just like the thousands of viewers hooked on this story, and I promise, we're diving deeper into the plot, peeling back layers of intrigue without giving away the big reveal. Stick with me, because this is where the stakes get higher, new faces enter the scene, and the mystery takes on a life of its own. Let's step back for a moment and get to know Sarah a little better, because she's not just the center of this drama, she's the heartbeat. Sarah's 34, single, and has been teaching at Willow Creek Elementary for nearly a decade. She grew up in this town, where the biggest news is usually the annual fair or a snowstorm shutting down Main Street. Her classroom is her pride and joy, a place where she's fought tooth and nail to give her students a shot at something better. Even when the school board cuts funding or parents complain about her unorthodox methods, like letting kids write stories instead of memorizing test answers. You've probably known someone like Sarah. Maybe a teacher, a mentor, or even you, pouring everything into a job that doesn't always give back. She's got a stubborn streak, a dry sense of humor, and a habit of chewing her pencil when she's stressed, which is happening a lot lately. But there's something else about Sarah, something she doesn't talk about much. A promise she made to herself after a tough childhood, to never let a kid feel as lost as she once did. That's why Isabella's quiet intensity hits her so hard. The girl's not just another student. She's a puzzle, a kid who seems to carry the weight of her father's empire on her tiny shoulders. You're probably wondering, just like I am, what's going on in Isabella's head? Is she scared? Angry? Or is she playing a part in whatever game Victor's running? That's the kind of question that's got this video trending, and we're going to keep digging until we find out. Now let's shift gears and meet another player in this unfolding drama. Tom Hargrove, the school's janitor and Sarah's unlikely ally. Tom's in his late 50s, a gruff guy with a limp from an old factory injury and a knack for fixing things. Leaky faucets, broken desks, you name it. He's been at Willow Creek longer than Sarah, and he's got a way of noticing things others miss, like the strange deliveries arriving late at night or the principal's hushed phone calls. Tom's not one for gossip, but he's taken a shine to Sarah, maybe because she's the only teacher who doesn't treat him like he's invisible. You know those people in your life who seem to know more than they let on? That's Tom, he says, eyes flicking to hers. Funny he'd pick this place. Sarah brushes it off at first, but Tom's words stick, especially when she catches him lingering near the principal's office, listening a little too closely. Is Tom just curious, or does he know something about Victor? That's a subplot we're going to unravel, because in a story this juicy, everyone's got secrets, and Tom's might be bigger than you think. You're hooked now, aren't you? Good, because this is the kind of drama that keeps you glued to the screen, and I'm not letting you go until we dig deeper. Speaking of secrets, let's talk about Victor Monroe, the billionaire who's got everyone in Willow Creek whispering. Victor's not your typical YouTube trending rich guy, flaunting yachts or throwing cash at problems. He's a tech genius, the kind who built an empire from a garage startup, now controlling software that runs everything from hospitals to military drones. But his personal life? That's where things get murky. Public records show he's a widower, raising Isabella alone after his wife died under vague circumstances years ago. Some say it was an accident, others whisper about foul play, but no one's got proof, and Victor's got enough money to bury any rumors. What's clear is that he's fiercely protective of Isabella, which makes his decision to enroll her in a struggling public school all the more baffling. You're probably thinking, okay, maybe he's trying to keep her grounded. But then why the cryptic emails to Sarah? Why the man in the suit watching the school? And what's with the high-tech tablet Isabella carries? One that glitches in ways Sarah's never seen, almost like it's hiding something. Victor's motives are a black box, and every clue we get, like that mysterious Monroe folder on the school's computer, only raises more questions. You came here for a mystery that's got the internet buzzing, and I'm delivering, but you've got to stay with me, because Victor's not the only one with a hidden agenda. Here's where things take a turn into new territory. While Sarah's grappling with the note and Victor's emails, a subplot emerges that adds another layer to this trending drama. Meet Lily Carter, a single mom and one of Sarah's closest friends, whose son, Ethan, is in Sarah's class. Lily's a waitress at the local diner, always juggling bills and dreams of a better life for Ethan, who's a shy kid with a talent for drawing. Ethan's been acting strange since Isabella arrived, spending recess alone, sketching furiously in his notebook. When Sarah asks him about it, he clams up, but one day she catches a glimpse of his drawings. Dark, jagged shapes that look like machines, with Monroe scribbled in the margins. Lily's worried too, telling Sarah that Ethan's been having nightmares, muttering about the man who watches. You're probably feeling that chill right now, the same one I got when I realized this story's not just about Sarah and Victor. It's about the kids, too. Is Ethan caught up in whatever's going on with Isabella? Does he know something about Victor? Or is he just a scared kid picking up on the tension? Lily's subplot brings a new perspective, grounding the mystery in the real struggles of a working mom, someone you might relate to if you've ever felt like life stacked against you. This is the kind of layered storytelling that's got viewers hitting that subscribe button, and we're not slowing down yet. The tension keeps building as Sarah starts connecting dots, even if she's not sure what picture they're forming. She's no sleuth, but she's stubborn, and that note, "Don't trust him," is burning a hole in her pocket. She starts paying closer attention to Isabella, noticing how the girl flinches when her tablet pings with a new message, or how she avoids questions about her dad. Sarah tries talking to the principal, Mr. Delaney, but he's acting like a man with something to hide, dodging her questions and spending way too much time on calls with district officials. Then there's Tom, who's suddenly everywhere. Fixing a light in Sarah's classroom, lingering near Isabella's locker. One night, after everyone's gone, Sarah stays late and catches Tom rifling through files in the principal's office. He freezes, then mutters something about checking inventory, but Sarah's not buying it. You're probably yelling at the screen, "Sarah, what are you doing?" But that's the thing, she can't stop. She's in too deep, and so are you, because this mystery's got layers, and every new clue pulls you further in. Is Tom a friend or a foe? Is the principal in on whatever Victor's planning? And what's in that Monroe folder that keeps popping up on the school's computer, only to vanish when Sarah tries to open it? This is the kind of drama that's trending for a reason, and I'm not letting you off the hook yet. As the days pass, the atmosphere in Willow Creek grows heavier, like a storm's brewing and no one's got an umbrella. Parents start whispering about Isabella, some jealous of her polished demeanor, others suspicious of her dad's influence. The man in the suit outside the school becomes a regular sight, and Sarah swears she's seen him on her street, too, late at night. She's not sleeping much, her dreams filled with that note, Isabella's guarded eyes, and Victor's cold, precise words. Then, during a parent-teacher conference, something shifts. Victor finally shows up, not in person, but via video call, his face filling the screen in the principal's office. He's all charm, thanking Sarah for her dedication, but his eyes are sharp, like he's sizing her up. He mentions Isabella's unique needs, hinting at a project he's working on, something that could change the future. Sarah pushes back, asking why he chose Willow Creek, but Victor sidesteps, saying only, "You'll understand soon." The call ends, but not before he adds, "I trust you'll keep this between us, Miss Thompson." You're probably feeling that same knot in your stomach Sarah does. That mix of curiosity and dread that's got this video racking up views. What's Victor's project? Why does he need Sarah's silence? And what does it have to do with a 9-year-old girl? You're one step closer to the truth, but the real bombshell's coming, and it's going to flip everything you thought you knew. Keep watching, because the next clue's a game changer, and you don't want to miss it. You're still with me, right? Good, because things in Willow Creek are about to take a turn that'll leave your jaw on the floor, and I'm not letting you miss a second of this trending YouTube mystery that's got everyone hooked on drama, secrets, and a teacher caught in a billionaire's dangerous game. Sarah Thompson's already in deep, her nerves frayed from Victor Monroe's cryptic video call, that haunting note warning, "Don't trust him," and the eerie feeling that her small-town life is unraveling. She's just a fourth-grade teacher, not some detective, but the stakes are climbing, and the air in her classroom feels charged, like lightning's about to strike. You're probably on the edge of your seat, wondering what Victor's project is and why his daughter, Isabella, seems so guarded, her eyes always flickering toward that high-tech tablet. The subplots are simmering too. Tom, the janitor, caught snooping. Ethan, the shy kid sketching creepy machines. And Lily, his mom, worried sick about her sons. Because an unexpected twist is about to flip everything Sarah thought she knew, and it's going to push this mystery toward a climax that'll keep you glued to the screen. Let's dive back in, because you came for answers, and I'm delivering the kind of plot twist that's got the internet buzzing. Sarah's trying to keep it together, but the weight of Victor's words, "I trust you'll keep this between us," hangs over her like a storm cloud. She's back in her classroom the next morning, grading papers, when Isabella drops a bombshell. The girl lingers after class, her usual poise faltering, and hands Sarah a folded piece of paper. "You need to see this," she whispers, her voice barely audible, before darting out the door. Sarah unfolds it, her heart pounding, and finds a printed email. Not from Victor, but to him, from someone named Dr. Evelyn Carter. The name doesn't ring a bell, but the content sends a chill down her spine. The prototype is ready, but the subject's integration is unstable. "We need more time at the facility." Facility? Prototype? Subject? Sarah's no tech expert, but this sounds like something out of a sci-fi thriller, not a billionaire's parenting plan. The email's date is recent, and it mentions Willow Creek by name, which makes Sarah's stomach lurch. Is Isabella the subject? Or is Victor using the school for something bigger, something tied to his mysterious project? You're probably screaming at the screen, just like I was, wondering what kind of billionaire tech mogul is running experiments in a rundown elementary school. This twist is why this video's trending, because it's not just about money or power anymore. It's about something far stranger, and Sarah's caught in the middle. You've got to keep watching, because this email is just the start, and the real shock is coming. The plot thickens as Sarah's suspicions about Tom, the janitor, take a new turn. She's been watching him closely since catching him in the principal's office, and now she's convinced he's more than just a nosy handyman. Late one evening, after the school's empty, Sarah sneaks into the basement, where Tom's been spending a lot of time fixing pipes. She finds a locked door she's never noticed before, tucked behind stacks of old textbooks. Her hands shake as she tries the knob, but it's no use, until she spots a key dangling from a nail nearby, almost like someone wanted her to find it. Inside, the room's a shock. Not a storage closet, but a makeshift tech hub, with monitors, cables, and a humming server that looks wildly out of place in a crumbling school. There's a photo pinned to the wall. Tom, younger, in a lab coat, standing next to a woman who looks suspiciously like the Dr. Evelyn Carter from the email. Tom's not just a janitor. He's got a past, maybe even a connection to Victor's world. You're probably feeling that same rush Sarah does. That mix of fear and excitement when you stumble onto something huge. Is Tom working with Victor, or against him? And how does he tie into this prototype business? This subplot's adding fuel to the fire, making this mystery a must-watch for anyone who loves a good conspiracy. Stick with me, because Tom's secrets are about to collide with Sarah's investigation in a way no one saw coming. Meanwhile, the subplot with Lily and Ethan takes a darker turn, pulling you deeper into the human side of this drama. Lily's at her wit's end, telling Sarah that Ethan's nightmares are getting worse. He's waking up screaming about the machine that watches. When Sarah visits their cramped apartment, she sees Ethan's latest drawings. Not just machines now, but a figure that looks like Isabella, surrounded by wires and glowing lights. Ethan's too scared to talk, but Lily confesses something that makes Sarah's blood run cold. Years ago, when Lily worked a temp job at a tech firm, she overheard talk about a secret project. Something about human integration and a billionaire investor. She never thought much of it until now, when Ethan's drawings and Isabella's arrival feel like pieces of the same puzzle. Lily's terrified, not just for Ethan, but for the whole town. What if Victor's using Willow Creek as a testing ground? You're probably relating to Lily right now, that sinking feeling when you realize your safe little world isn't so safe. This subplot's not just about a worried mom, it's about how far a parent will go to protect their kid, and it's why this story's resonating with viewers across YouTube. The stakes are climbing, and you're not going to want to miss what Ethan's drawings reveal next. The main conflict escalates as Sarah decides to confront the principal, Mr. Delaney, about the locked room and the email. She's done playing it safe. She's a teacher, sure, but she's also a fighter, and her students are her line in the sand. Delaney's office feels like a pressure cooker when she storms in, demanding answers. He's sweating, his usual bluster gone, and for a moment, she thinks he'll crack. But then he does something that flips the script. He pulls out a non-disclosure agreement, stamped with Victor's company logo, and slides it across the desk. "Sign this, and you'll get answers," he says, his voice low. "Refuse, and you're putting everyone at risk." Sarah's stunned. Since when does a small-town principal wield NDAs like weapons? The document's thick, filled with legal jargon about proprietary technology and confidential operations. But what catches her eye is a single line: all activities at Willow Creek are under surveillance. Surveillance? Her mind flashes to the man in the suit, the glitches on Isabella's tablet, the folder that keeps vanishing from the school's computer. You're probably as shocked as Sarah, because this is the twist that changes everything. Victor's not just watching Isabella, he's watching everyone, and Sarah's school is ground zero for whatever he's planning. This is the kind of drama that's got YouTube buzzing, and you're right in the thick of it, wondering what Sarah's next move is. Just when Sarah thinks she's hit rock bottom, the unexpected twist lands like a thunderbolt. She's driving home that night, the NDA burning a hole in her bag, when her phone pings with a text from an unknown number. "Meet me at the old mill. Midnight. Come alone." Her first instinct is to ignore it. She's not stupid, and this screams trap. But then another text arrives, with a photo attached. It's Isabella, sitting in Sarah's classroom, holding the "Don't Trust Him" note, her expression unreadable. The message adds, "She's not what you think." Sarah's heart stops. Not what you think. Isabella's a 9-year-old girl. Not a riddle. Or is she? The email about the subject and prototype flashes through Sarah's mind, along with Ethan's drawings of Isabella surrounded by wires. Is Victor's daughter more than just a billionaire's kid? Is she part of his project, something beyond human, something tied to that locked room in the basement? You're probably reeling, just like I was, because this twist takes the mystery to a whole new level. Sarah's got a choice. Ignore the texts and stay safe, or risk everything to meet a stranger who might hold the key to the truth. You came here for a story that's trending for all the right reasons. Drama, suspense, and a plot twist that hits like a freight train, and I'm not letting you down. Keep watching, because Sarah's about to walk into the climax that's going to tie up the drama, unravel the secrets, and leave you stunned with a final twist that's got this video trending across the platform. Sarah Thompson's world is a pressure cooker, her mind racing after that cryptic text demanding a midnight meeting at the old mill, with a photo of Isabella holding the "Don't Trust Him" note and a chilling message. She's not what you think. The stakes couldn't be higher. Sarah's just a small-town teacher, but she's in deep, caught in a web spun by billionaire Victor Monroe, with his shady project, a locked tech room in the school basement, and questions about his daughter Isabella that make Sarah's skin crawl. You're probably as torn as she is, terrified to walk into a trap, but desperate to know the truth about the email mentioning a prototype, Tom's secret past, and Ethan's haunting drawings. This story's been a roller coaster of suspense, conspiracy, and human struggle, and I promise, the payoff's worth it. We're diving into the heart of Willow Creek's mystery, resolving the subplots, and delivering a conclusion that'll have you hitting that like button and sharing this video with everyone you know. Let's go, because Sarah's about to face the truth, and it's bigger than anything you imagined. Sarah's hands tremble as she grips the steering wheel, driving through the dark to the old mill, a crumbling relic on the edge of town. The NDA from Principal Delaney sits heavy in her bag, its words about surveillance and proprietary technology echoing in her mind. But it's the photo of Isabella that's pushing her forward. She parks under a flickering streetlight, her breath shallow, and steps into the mill's shadowy husk, the air thick with dust and the faint hum of machinery. A figure emerges from the darkness, not Victor, not Tom, but a woman in her 50s, sharp-eyed and tense, introducing herself as Dr. Evelyn Carter, the name from the email Isabella gave her. Evelyn's no stranger to Victor's world. She's a former scientist from his company, ousted years ago after questioning his ethics. "You're in danger, Sarah," she says, her voice low. Victor's not just a businessman. He's building something that could change humanity, and Isabella's the key. Sarah's head spins as Evelyn reveals the truth. Victor's project is an AI-human hybrid, a technology that blends artificial intelligence with human consciousness. Isabella isn't just his daughter. She's the prototype, a child whose mind has been augmented with experimental tech since birth, making her brilliant but unstable. The facility in the email? It's not a lab, it's Willow Creek, a quiet town where Victor's been testing Isabella's integration in a real-world environment, using the school as his petri dish. You're probably as shocked as Sarah, your mind racing with the implications. This is why this video's blowing up on YouTube, because it's not just a billionaire thriller, it's a sci-fi nightmare wrapped in a human story, and Sarah's about to confront the man behind it. The climax hits as Sarah demands to know why she's involved. Evelyn's answer is a gut punch. Victor chose Sarah because of her reputation as a teacher who fights for her kids. He needed someone who'd protect Isabella, keep her grounded, but also someone he could control. The surveillance, the man in the suit, the glitches on Isabella's tablet. It was all Victor monitoring his experiment, ensuring Sarah didn't dig too deep. But she did, and now she's a threat. Before Evelyn can say more, headlights flood the mill, and Victor himself steps out of a sleek SUV, his presence cold and commanding. You're right there with Sarah, heart pounding as he speaks, his voice calm but laced with menace. You've seen too much, Ms. Thompson, he says, admitting to the hybrid project but framing it as a gift to humanity, a way to perfect the mind. Isabella, he claims, is proof it works. She's smarter, stronger, but still his daughter, and he'll do anything to protect her. Sarah's not buying it. She's seen the fear in Isabella's eyes, the way she flinches at her tablet's pings. She's not a project, Sarah snaps, her voice shaking but firm. She's a child. The standoff is electric, Victor's power clashing with Sarah's defiance, and you're probably cheering her on, feeling that same fire if you've ever stood up to someone who thought they could control you. This is the moment the mystery's been building toward, and it's why this story's trending. Because it's about a teacher fighting for what's right, even when the odds are stacked against her. The resolution begins as Sarah makes a desperate play, leveraging the one thing Victor can't ignore: Isabella's humanity. She tells him about the note, how Isabella warned her not to trust him, proof that the girl's fighting back against his control. Victor's facade cracks, just for a moment, and Sarah seizes it, demanding he let Isabella choose her own path. It's a risky move, and you're probably holding your breath, wondering if Victor will listen or silence Sarah for good. But then Isabella herself appears, stepping out of the shadows, her tablet clutched tight. I wrote the note, she says, her voice small but steady. I don't want to be your machine. It's a heart-wrenching moment, and you can feel the weight of it. Isabella's not just a prototype, she's a kid caught in her father's obsession. Victor's torn, his love for his daughter warring with his ambition, and in that moment, Sarah sees her chance. She promises to keep his secret, but only if he shuts down the project and lets Isabella live as a normal kid. It's a tense negotiation, but Victor relents, agreeing to pull his tech from Willow Creek and enroll Isabella in a private school far away, where she can heal. You're probably feeling that mix of relief and awe, because Sarah's not just saving Isabella. She's taking down a billionaire's empire, one stubborn step at a time. This is the kind of drama that's got viewers hooked. A resolution that feels earned and human. The subplots tie up as the town starts to heal. Tom, the janitor, comes clean to Sarah, revealing he's Evelyn's brother, a former engineer who took the janitor job to keep an eye on Victor's activities after Evelyn was fired. He's the one who left the key for Sarah to find the basement room, hoping she'd uncover the truth. Tom's not a hero, he's just a guy trying to make things right, and you might relate to that quiet struggle to fix a broken world. Lily and Ethan find peace too, with Ethan's nightmares fading as Sarah helps him process his fears through art, turning his dark sketches into stories of hope. Lily's grateful, her bond with Sarah stronger than ever. A reminder that community can weather even the wildest storms. Principal Delaney, shamed by his role in Victor's scheme, resigns, and the school gets a new leader who prioritizes kids over secrets. You're probably nodding along, because these resolutions ground the sci-fi thriller in real human connections, the kind that make this video a must-watch for anyone who loves a story that hits both the heart and the mind. B-drive tucked inside a textbook, labeled, Isabella. Her hands shake as she plugs it into her laptop, expecting a goodbye note or a final clue. Instead, it's a video of Isabella, recorded before she left, her eyes bright but haunted. Miss Thompson, she says, Dad's not done. There's another prototype, and it's not me. The screen cuts to a blueprint, a chilling diagram of a new hybrid, already in development at a secret lab. Isabella's voiceover adds, He'll come for you again. Be ready. The video ends, and Sarah's frozen, realizing the fight's not over. Victor's still out there, his ambition unchecked, and Sarah's now the keeper of a secret that could shake the world. You're probably reeling, just like I was, because this twist isn't just a cliffhanger, it's a call to action, a reminder that some battles never end. The key takeaway? Courage isn't about winning. It's about standing up again and again, no matter the cost. This story's been a wild ride, and I want you to hit that subscribe button, because Sarah's journey is far from over, and you're part of it now. Share this video, because everyone needs to know the truth about Willow Creek, and together, we'll keep fighting for what's right.